Good morning. Um, okay, today I have another topic to talk to you. I'm sorry, but my hair is it's so bad because I just finished taking shower. Oh my gosh, I hate it. Never mind. So I just wanted to talk to you about something that I have on my mind as usual lately every day. Oh my gosh, every time I have new thoughts. Oh sorry, what is it? Wait a minute. I have new thoughts or yeah, I'm sorry for my pronunciation, but I it's so bad. I have new thoughts on my mind, so I want to share it to you. It's about what is a trauma. Okay, I found this out like 5 years ago, but I never really think about it before. But lately, it's what I was thinking. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure. As I said in my other videos, I'm not really good at explaining things as this is a psychological what is it subject. Okay, a psychological subject, a psychology subject, psychology. Okay, and I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not a professional to tell you explain you these things. As I said, as usual, I am gonna tell you this because just on my own, using my own words, and explain you this using my own words as how I understand it. Okay, so don't take this something professional or something as a psychology will say. Okay, I may not say, I might be wrong on saying some information, so I'm not sure. And I'm sorry because I'm so bad on speaking. Yeah, it's okay. So, what is a trauma? A trauma is a trauma response, or what is a trauma in general? A trauma is when something bad happens to you, like a sort of traumatic situation. For example, when you are a child, let's say let's say that I'm gonna share my experience. It's better so you will understand. So imagine this environment as usual. Imagine a girl who always goes school, right? She will every day she will always go to school and meet her classmates and her teachers and stuff like that. So what happens in a particular day she go to school, what happens is when she is in her room, classroom, okay, with her classmates, stuff like that. Uh, there's a particular situation that happened. There is a teacher, and this teacher is a math teacher. She have math subject, and for any reason, she start doing something bad to you. Okay, physically. And what happens is, um, I'm sorry, but I am trembling because this is an experience that happened to me, and even if I want to share it to you, it's like my that experience is like going back to my mind, and it makes me tremble, even though it's already a past, because it's a trauma response. So I really am struggling to explain it. I'm trembling. Okay, never mind. I want to share it to you anyways, even if it's something personal that happened to me, because I know that it will help someone else as well. So what happens is, oh my gosh, I'm trembling. So what happens is this this teacher, she do something to you physically, and you were in that time you have like 6 years old, and yeah, it's like a child, it's like child abuse. Okay. And so yeah, so what happens is, since that time, after that child abuse that you had, um you associate that danger, that particular situation that happened to you, to a danger. Okay, so what happens is that child abuse, physical a physical thing that your teacher did to you, you associate that environment. I mean, your brain start to associate that environment as something dangerous. Okay, so it happened in where it happened in school, and then it happened with a teacher, and it happened with a male teacher. So um so what happens is, from that moment, what happens to the girl from that time, she start trembling on the next day, and she feel like, when every time she go school, she start fearing everyone in the school. She start having fear, being afraid of people in that school. So she stopped making friends, because her nervous system will see everyone in the school as danger. She will get nervous, she will panic, she will start to stop talking to anyone, because she see, okay, she see, or her nervous system see, or yeah, see that male teachers, math male teachers in schools are dangerous places, are dangerous things. So whenever she comes back every day to that school, she can't come back as a normal person anymore, because her nervous system will always panic and tell her that she is in a dangerous place, not even a normal place anymore. So this is, I don't know if I really explain it to you in a very good way, but this is what happens when something traumatic happens to you as a girl, a 6 years old girl. This, yeah, I can call this child abuse, but it can happen to adults as well. Like when, for example, when there is a war, and an adult of who is age of 40 years old, and they see someone, or someone they love die because of that war, it can be a traumatic experience, right? But that is a very, I mean, it's something worse. Okay, what happened to me is a traumatic experience as well, but it is something that you can, I don't know if, I mean, you cannot heal from it, but you can still live with it. Okay, there are people who are, even in the worst cases, where they still can live. No, they don't live anymore as a normal person. Okay, in my case, I still can live, because I am outside school anymore. I know, I don't come back to school anymore. I stop going to school, because I finished my school. I already work. So for me, even if that school are dangerous places, I don't feel bad anymore when I go there, because I don't come back anymore in school. So I don't see teachers anymore. I'm sorry before, but I was trembling because really it's something that really happened to me. So what I am telling you is a traumatic experience, or a trauma, is when your nervous system will see a situation, a particular situation, as a danger. As a result, whenever something similar, or similar situation happens to you, your nervous system will start to panic, to get nervous, to fear it, to fear everything related to that experience. Okay, so in my case, what I am going to tell you is, after that time, that experience that really happened to me in my childhood, I stopped talking to people. I stopped concentrating in school. I really had a really bad experience in school, because I couldn't study as a normal children will do. I couldn't focus. I couldn't make friends, because my nervous system will always keep um, treating, or my nervous system will always keep seeing that my classmates are people who will do something bad to me, or people who will hurt me. So I never made friends in school, because I I never speak to them. I never talk to them. In fact, when I was in school, I was they will always call me like a ghost, because I was present in school, but I never talk. I never speak. And whenever my teachers will call me, will ask me to go to the blackboard and solve a math problems, I couldn't do it. I have my chalk on the blackboard, and I was like this, like freeze. And that's the reason why when when I used to go to school, my grades in maths are the worst that a student could ever have. My score are very bad, and I almost like will repeat the same year because of my grades. But good thing I didn't, because they understand that I had a problem in maths, that it's like my brain refused to understand maths. Because why? Because it's related to my past. So my brain started to think that math is a danger. So it started to reject that particular subject. And the same thing, I fear math teachers. I fear them, like for real. Every time a math teacher will talk to me, or do something, ask me question, I will panic, and and I will always cry in my in school, in the classroom. And my classmate, they wouldn't understand it, because it's not their fault, but it's because a traumatic response of my nervous system to say that teacher is a killer, or is your nervous system will see that teacher is a danger, that teacher will do something bad to me, even though it's not true. It's just what happened to me in past. Okay, it's just what happened to me in my when I had 6 years old. So I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, because I didn't really. I think I did not explain it to you very well. What is a trauma response, but a traumatic experience, or what is a trauma in general. So yeah, I think, yeah, the trauma is when something bad happens to you, and your nervous system, in order to protect itself from danger, it associates situation, bad situation, or things as a danger. So I think that's a trauma. Okay. uh I really did not as usual, I really did not um prepare something, or I don't have any script about it, because as I said, I prefer it to come from my own words, to express it in my own words, my own mind, my own way of expressing it, so that I could, practice my English and my speaking. And that's it. And it's really something good, or something wonderful, because even though I had a traumatic experience, I think it's something that, I mean, people might have experienced a worse. I guess I think what I experienced is something bearable, something still light to, to um to handle. Okay, I don't really suffer about it anymore, but yeah. And so yeah, this caused, I mean, after that problem, I also started when I was 6 years old. When I was 9, when I met I met my parents for the first time, I started to blame them, because they are the reason why something bad happened to me, even though it's not their fault. And it was really hard for me to don't blame them, because they left me when I was one years old, because I was in the Philippines back then, and they left to go here in Italy to, just work. So, but okay, for now, I mean, before, I was considering my parents, I mean, I was blaming my parents for what happened to me, because they left me and everything. But I don't want to I don't want to make you think that I hate my parents right now. I mean, for it was something, it was my bad behavior before, back then, when I was young, when I was around age of 10, I guess. I became rebellious. I mean, not really so rebellious, but I became rebellious from that age of 9 to 15. 15. Okay, because I was blaming my parents that this happened to me because it's their fault, because you left me, and I have suffered because my teacher did something bad to me. It's all your fault, and stuff like that. And I really struggled to have a good relationship with my parents back then. But again, I will repeat, this is something happening for me, I mean, to me, years ago, okay, decades ago. Now I am really fine with my parents. They are my best friends right now. I am close to them, especially to my mom, and I don't blame them anymore. I really healed. Okay, it's just something that I want to share you, because I know that it will help people as well who had a trauma experience like me. Even if something, as I said, my trauma experience, it's something still bearable. It's something light. Okay, me, I still might feel bad sometimes when I remember, or when I remember that situation that happened to me, but it's fine, because I know that it's a response of my nervous system. Okay, I don't really look at it as a problem anymore. And this explains why the reason why I was trembling because of that, but it's fine. So I want to share it to you because I know that it will help people. Why? Because all of us, we experience a trauma, even if it's light, even every one of us, we might have experienced trauma. And we can associate this also to the attachment style that I told you before, right? For example, for avoidant people who had this particular attachment style, is what happened in their childhood is their trauma is when their nervous system started to reject feelings, started to reject emotion, to the point that when they receive emotion, their nervous system will see it as a danger as well. That's why they reject emotion. They don't feel emotion as a normal person will feel. Okay. And I think I'm gonna explain it to you in another video because this is will be so long. For now, this is just my thoughts about what a trauma is it. Okay, what is a trauma? So I hope you like it, and if you have any question, you can just comment. And I think I'm gonna share it, even though it was hard for me to kind of share a personal experience, but it's fine. I want to share it to you to help others who experience the same as me or other people, or just to tell you what is the meaning of the trauma. Even though I'm not a psychologist, I really did not explain to you very well. Okay, never mind, it's fine like that. So yeah, and I think that's all. um, okay, bye bye.